Juice Dolores Day to court. In conclusion, yes, there is something lonely, paranoid, and even terrifying that people seldom mention, but feel when they think of her. This subtle terror is part of her iconography.
Officer, you've stood there.
I
for
do
over
want
5
borscht
minutes.
now.
Huh?
That sounds really good. Borscht.
Yeah,
Sounds pretty
pretty
good.
good.
What are you thinking of, if I may ask?
You want more snacks?
I feel like. Are you hungry?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Just hit me again.
Maybe we should take a break and get some food.
Would probably be important for my continued ability to read.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh my god, it is crazy. It has been, I think, 8 hours today. Well, it started at noon. That is crazy thinking of playing a video game
Just
for 8
here
hours
at the
straight.
desk.
Whoa.
I think this is an especially brutal game to try to marathon.
Why would you
You
say
can't
so?
zone out.
Okay, how-
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's like you can't
You have to, pay
listen to a
attention.
podcast or anything.
I mean, I really like it, but it's
I also
it's not just I'm driving away or I'm kind of multitasking or
this
thinking
is the
about other stuff.
this is the only way I could play this game.
Yeah.
This is the only way I could do it. Is to do.
I will say I did probably actually play it like this out of obsessions.
Mm-hmm.
I think I did play this in a ridiculously small amount of time.
Like binge it.
Yeah. But I was also visiting my family in New Jersey. That wasn't
You were what?
I was visiting family in New Jersey, and there wasn't that much to do anyway.
Yeah. It feels like a good COVID game if you had COVID.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. This is really good. It's really good. But is this a rice cake thing?
Yeah. They're not all created equal too, but I know this packaging is a good brand.
Snack check.
Mm-hmm.
Gaming is a full-time job. It is this weekend.
Gaming's so hard.
Can I have one more? Yeah, and I could, I was thinking maybe just it would be easy. Think about just going to the supermarket, get some frozen pizzas or something.
Oh, I'd be down for that. I love these mix. I don't know.
Mix smash?
Yeah, you're it's always these pretty one-to-one substitutions for real life things, but then they kind of mix it with a second thing or a third thing. Where it's oh, she's obviously representing the Catholic Church, but it's also she's supposed to be a force of liberal secular thought, which is kind of fun.
No, it's cool.
Yes, glowing lungs are quite unusual. After that one time, they have not been reported to glow. You know, this church, the coast, we shouldn't linger. Finish what you came here to do and let's move on. This isn't a good place.
A jigsaw of broken shards
Nice.
falls into place in front of you. A ghostly reconstruction of the stained glass window. Before it was shattered, there was an older woman beneath the younger one. And a text. A light motif below them both.
This is what reminds me of Hannibal. This reconstruction.
Mm-hmm.
I guess Sherlock kind of does stuff like this too.
Yeah, the reconstructing.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
Below both women, in luminous black letters. Après la vie, mort. Après la mort, la vie de nouveau. And then, along the left side, après le monde, la gré. Après le gré, le monde de nouveau. After life, death. After death, life again. After the world, the pale. After the pale, the world again.
Oh my god.
This is the great leitmotif of humanism, a summary of the effect of the discovery of this isola, the insulindian on human thinking, a tremendous sea change akin to finding life after death.
Lieutenant, this is used to say afterlife, death after.
Death, life again. After the world, the pale. After the pale, the world again. This exaltation is common in Dolorian sacralism. In the early years, it was even incorporated as the RCM slogan. No more, however.
Why?
It was deemed subservient to use a strongly moral intern-related motto. We already suspected of bootlicking. The sentence was also seen as too feminine. It was a macho thing.
What's the RCM motto now?
Justice, union, credence, and force.
I can't say it. Puts fear of God back in the F words. Do I just go out and say it?
It's
You
your
are broken
playthrough.
and done.
It-
They
Kim must like if there's like a I don't know if this is actually a thing, but if there's like a number that like tells you how much Kim hates you, like I feel like you're racking up points.
A golden
Yeah.
apfel in one hand and a scepter in the other. This is the queen her innocence day advised. Above, she herself is whole. Small figures of wise men, common men, worshippers walk up the stairs to stand at her feet. Secret servicemen, Theriers, stand in a row guarding her. It must have taken years to produce this work in all its dizzying detail. Unknown. A motor carriage? A gunshot? Someone falling into it? Or maybe just hooligans looking for something to break? The mother of humanism towers above you. A wax painting on a cracked pane of glass. Nothing has changed in her expression.
Yes, I wasn't sure before, but this must be the Dolorian Church of Humanity in Martinez. It's called the Small Pinewood Church in some records. It's a minor landmark, not easy to find. Most maps misplace it. It was built not long after Revachol's founding, 300 or so years ago, by first-generation settlers.
On the coast of an uninhabited archipelago where only animals had roamed before, in the wild reeds.
Okie dokie. Okie do.
Doki do do.
Okie dodo.
A touch of absurdity there.
Nice.
Nice job, Kim.
Okie dodo. Kind of want to find the password and then maybe get food. Because I think my brain is also slowing down.
Oh, hey, Wade. There's coffee in the back. Oh, wait. I meant the mother's love.
Coffee in the back. Something familiar about that. Coffee and stale cookies.
Oh, it's like a church thing, yeah.
Oh, you can ask. You can ask.
Wait, where is
someone.
it? Is this?
Yeah.
Too many times, essay.
Oh, he just
You
knows
need
the
it for
password.
something.
Surveys are a good way to fish for personal information, especially in the name of public safety.
Hmm. Yeah, it's for a first-degree murder investigation in Martinez.
The lieutenant raises his eyebrow, but doesn't say anything.
Don't sweat it, Vato. The password is afterlife death. What you think of that? Makes me almost pity La Nilita Pequeña when I hear it. Look, man, I'm at liberty to talk about the sacred blaze of the mother's glorious heart, but not about the coffee. I think we're done here, essay.
Ooh.
That was an interesting conversation. However, I'm still not sure how it's relevant to our investigation.
Sorry, Kim. Just found this coolest place ever. Investigation doesn't matter.
Hey, her innocence Dolores Day liked little figurines, right? Liked holding little men between her fingers, remember? You have the headless Falcon Rider figurine. You should
Ooh,
give it to
yeah.
her. Win her back.
I should.
Yeah.
So very, very, very nifty.
Offer
nifty
figurines.
and
Wow.
mysterious.
Maybe our
This
figurines
is
we
surely
can
what the
get to vote
figurines are
for.
for.
Can you put it in your hand? Or what?
The mother of humanism stands above you, a precious and complex wax painting on a single pane of glass. A crack runs across the length of her body, her face oval and sad.
Have you done this?
No, because I didn't get any. I couldn't buy any of the figurines.
That does seem to be a problem. Maybe you meant something else? I don't know. What are we thinking of? Part of your mind has gone on to the mother of humanism towers above you.
It's like I
A
can't-
wax painting on the crack. Why? That does seem to be a problem. The mother of
Wait, what?
What's the quest say?
What is going on? How do I?
Wait, is it actually a quest? In your journal? Off your street. If you meet her in person. Oh, I think I know.
Oh, okay.
I think you just have to wait to see.
Computer.
machine's keyboard is the speaker.
Good afternoon. Votre accident on Saint-Brune. This is the East Insulindian Rapid State. Good. Please repeat the password. Good. I have unlocked the filament. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament. Votre accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today? Yes, I am alive. I am 74 years old and my name is Yvonne.
She repeats passwords. Programming people
But where are you?
I work as a repeater at the East Insulindian Repeater
Repeater.
Station. It's my job to know where you are, Votre accident. As for me, well, I am sitting in my cubicle, surrounded by a wall of radios.
Doesn't it get lonely? Sitting there all by yourself.
Now, please tell me if there's anything else I can do for you, Votre accident.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Votre accident.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated. The printer prints out a long text document with dated paragraphs. It looks a bit like someone's journal. The first entry made on the 4th.
I'll say this is
February
pretty late game to
51
get a
by
journal. Like
unknown
they held
author
out
is
for a
short
long time
and
before
concise.
making
Oh,
you read a journal, right?
Arrived
Yeah,
You
for
gotta
like
hand it
this
to them.
kind of a
The door
game.
was
Yeah.
boarded up, so I used the crowbar to get inside. Looks like the place has been deserted. Nothing out of the ordinary, but I'll ask around. Need to figure out how to get the electricity in. The lieutenant leans closer, scouring the printout over your shoulder. Just
See, he's
as you
interested
finish
after
reading,
all.
He looks up, muttering under his breath.
4th of February. That's over a month ago. Whoever set up those machines has been here for quite a while.
6th of February, 51. Had a little
February.
chat with the local fishermen.
Oh,
Said I shouldn't go
February.
near that place, that the church was spooky and ridden with narcotics. It's a little spooky, all right. Still haven't figured out the electricity. 7th of February, 51. Finally got the electricity in. Next on the agenda, a new antenna. I'm thinking ESCA series, something advanced.
Why would anyone need any of this equipment here?
For setting up her radio computer. 8th of February, 51. Bought the antenna, had some problems setting it up. Called Simon for help. Heard the others are back to making art. Drinking somewhere out of town. Sulislav started a rock band again. Lexi has been seen asking money from strangers. But at least the artists have their act together. They're qualified labor. They can get work anywhere. Graphic design, ads. The programmers are doing fine too. I mean, they're programmers. The writers, though, they're fucked. I just have to find out what caused that data loss and be done with it.
Not the
Still
writer
don't
that made this
understand how
game.
it managed to wipe out the backup
Breaking it
when the
in.
backup wasn't even connected to the front.
Working for Amazon now.
Everyone thinks it's impossible. They say I must be lying. I'm here to set it right.
These people.
Her friends? Colleagues? She must be quite educated if she knew how to set up all this machinery. Seems like something to do with radio computers. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about them to understand what the author is saying. Something about the backup data getting destroyed, and how everyone thought it was the author's fault. Let's just keep reading.
12th of February, 51. Brought some food from the grocery store. Apparently, there's a strike going on in the harbor. Definitely not happy to see the Martinez people again. Everything's now set up in the church. Going to start working tomorrow, 8 a.m.
The strike. We are nearing the date of the murder. Keep reading. I'm interested now. I want to know what's that radio anomaly that sent this person here in the first place.
25th of February, 51. I've been sending data up to Lintel for a while now, trying to recreate the data loss, but nothing. Didn't even feel like logging in, the disappointment. But I did discover a curious audio-spatial anomaly at the back of the church. I've named it the Swallow. It swallows sound. Need to get some mics.
Is she talking about?
28th of February, 51. Yes.
This is kind
the
of like
first
a
recording
ghost.
confirmed that the
You know what
swallow
I
is
mean?
real.
Yeah.
And I'm not just losing my mind. It's a pillar of
It's
I
science.
feel
getting,
like
like,
that game's
supernatural.
turned horror, like in the church.
Yeah, like it.
Seems like the higher I go,
This
the
like,
less I record. This might be a coincidence.
especially since
or
I didn't
it could be connected to the data loss that
see
led
the
me
light
there.
bending guy. This was like the first time that there was anything actually super like weird,
Mhm.
like somewhat
Like-
supernatural happening.
Yeah.
Or I
For
was
you,
like, yeah,
yeah.
I was like, whoa, wait, what's? I didn't know
The
this
pillar of
happened in
silence.
this.
She is talking about the silence. Is she suggesting it's more than just an architectural quirk?
March 51. Some kind of young disco men have appeared next to the
Hmm?
church. I've
What?
been trying to record
Disco
the
men.
silence to
Disco
find the
men.
epicenter, but now it turns out I've also been capturing the future of dance music, one neo-disco song over and over again. Fortunately, the song is so monotonous, I was able to devise an algorithm to find it. The other day, one of the disco men
That's
came
so
out.
funny.
Before I could even say hello, she got scared and left. Good. I don't want anyone distracting me from my work. That disco man must be a cell.
A girl on the ice? Sounds like her, yeah.
March 51. A new 2-meter aux cable. Noodles, crackers, ping energy drinks, water, toothpaste, gum. Also some canned air.
Oh yeah,
So noodles.
crackers, ping energy drinks, more gum.
It would be interesting to
Toothpaste.
make gum.
Gum. Yeah, I was like, thinking about like how to make it.
Uh,
Although it's like those artificial flavors are like
the specific.
witchcraft.
The room interrupted
Oh.
by the sound of the church door opening. A strange woman makes straight for the radio computer.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Like her shirt.
Breaking into my radio computer, I see.
Yes, you are breaking in, but not into her radio computer. You're a master circuit bender.
I do apologize for the intrusion, madame. We are with the RCM, you see.
Side case. Yeah.
Well, you won't find any music venue organizers here.
Mm.
It's just me and my computer, and it has been this way for weeks. Now please give me some room. I need 2 seconds to see that you haven't destroyed anything.
We should talk to her after she has rebooted the machine.
What is it? I am Soona Luukkanen-Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RSA radios. I have over 16 years of programming experience, and I'm proficient in both Vox and Orbis
Proficient.
languages. If you're not here to hire me,
Oh,
I
like
don't
that
really
kid.
know how I can help you.
Mm-hmm.
That still doesn't answer what she's doing in an abandoned church.
Nope.
Do you know he's around?
Yes.
He must. Sounds like you're not worried about him at all.
No. You're right. I'm not.
Why are there so many machines? What are you doing here?
You really like those questions, don't you?
You're occupying public space. I need to know what you're doing here.
I'm conducting scientific research here. You can't throw me out. I'm looking for the location of a 2mm hole in the world.
What?
She's looking for a disruption in the radio waves. That's what her personal log said. The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything.
The data loss.
A hole in the world.
Yes, that's what led me here. But I suspect it might be something a bit more complicated than that. Exactly. What does it mean? Up to now, it has been impossible to say what it is. Because it's impossible to
2 seconds pass. What the fuck is she still rebooting? Yeah.
What do you think it is? What qualities does nothing have? How do you measure something that does not exist?
True.
That's a
True.
little above your pay grade at the moment.
Oh.
I
What?
don't know. Are we? That's what I'm trying to figure out here. But how do I figure it out?
Can't understand how we're talking about something that doesn't exist.
You measure it by its surroundings, by that which does exist, which is what I've been trying to do. I've tried using hydro transducers to record the silence, to find out where it begins.
Ah, hydro transducers. So that's what those water basins are.
Mhm.
Devices for recording sound through water.
But honestly, it's not progressing very well.
Why not?
Because it's just trial and error, trying to locate the swallow, the exact point in space. And I don't have a... You know what? It would be really helpful if you could just stop talking and let me work.
Where is it located?
Somewhere underneath those roof beams, I assume.
Only a faint crisscross of rafters can be made out from the dark. Most of the tower disappearing into...
There's this place at the back of the church. A place where all audible vibrations seem to decease. I've named it the Swallow. And the higher you go, the less you record.
The Pillar of Silence? Are you sure it's not just an architectural quirk?
Maybe, but it's oddly close to the physical coordinates of the data loss that led me to this place.
This is where the Crabman was.
I know.
You don't think Crabman might be somehow responsible here?
No, I don't.
Okay.
Great. Thanks.
How do you feel about the dance music?
What? I hate it.
I bet she hasn't even heard it.
Have you actually listened to it? What do you...
Maybe I'd have to be on rock to get it, but to a sober mind it just sounds like uninspired rug whipping. No idea what it has to do with either dancing or music.
But how do you feel about a club for
This
dance
is
music?
about those speed freaks in the tent, isn't it? I've got some news for you. It's not a nightclub they want to build here.
What are they doing to
Take
do?
a guess, why don't you?
Yeah, I think it's a dance club, yeah.
I can't believe they got you so easily. Go have another talk with those up-and-coming entrepreneurs, will you?
Good luck. I'm not coming in there.
think that's about it for now. I'm gonna snort some of that stuff, I think. What is
Which
it?
stuff? Oh, I
Stuff.
think that's just the stuff that heals you, right?
Is it?
Yeah, I thought that's just the stuff that gives you health.
Where is it? Did I lose it? Oh.
You know, it's just on the bottom left.
Oh. Oh, it's just that. Oh, I just got that. Oh, I thought it was gonna be like, some other thing.
There's definitely other
Jesus.
opportunities where you can just get drugs that are not.
Probably
I
should,
bought it from that guy.
unless is there something to do before that? Seems like this has been pretty thoroughly.
Pick up on the bottom.
I wonder how much how many. I wish it would tell me how many bottles I have.
It kind of reminds me of the Bread and Puppet
Oh,
bar.
it does.
Actually, now that I'm looking at it.
Except for a lot weirder. Maybe equally weird. Weird in a different way. Oh, here we go again. Maybe I'll just confront them. I feel like each thing you do takes like a million years, though.
Yeah.
Should I confront them or food?
I'm kind of either. I kind of feel like I want to confront them, but
Yeah, let's confront them.
because I kind of forget the details of this. Like I remember like the most like fantastical
Hi
parts,
again.
but
So, how are things going?
ooh, dang,
Which one?
the
Oh,
logic.
huh?
No, it's just like so low.
Yeah.
Maybe I actually just didn't succeed in this. Oh yeah, I think I just didn't ever know.
Oh yeah, that's a meteor and name for the founding party. Thought it'd be cool to use it.
If you don't know what the founding party is, there might be a way to mask it with minor demagoguery.
Should do it.
Come to think of it, I've never really looked them up, you know. I can't give them a precise definition, but they're a very powerful religious organisation. And they have roots in ancient mass society. And they're the custodians of the Pericanassian church. Plus, they anoint the innocents. They, like, made the innocentic system, no?
That face when you got some stuff to snort, but it's just the stuff that yields you. True. What do I do here? They sound exactly like the kind who would want loud, was it anodic music in their church?
You're right, they do. The Pericanassian church is about love. And Nordic music is about love. I got love for my Pericanassian posse. Love is the relay out of death. We
Fuck.
Love is hardcore. Unity.
Hey.
Make some noise for my Insulindian posse.
Oh my god, these guys are so annoying.
I love
You feel
that.
the anodes and the cathodes coursing through you. Your big toe starts tapping along to the base, as if testing the waters.
I guess love can be pretty hardcore.
Oh yeah, it can. He's coming around. You're getting it.
Feels good.
Yeah! Yakokata! The place to be!
He seems ecstatic that you share his vision of Pericarnassianism.
Do it for the masses. Do it for the crew.
Do it for the quote.
I didn't want to say it, but it was pretty lame of you to imply otherwise. Anyway, You got more questions?
The one with the large head is still looking at you.
They
nodding
want you to
his head,
dance.
waiting for your body to start moving. You feel like you could go for a little disco when, or if they get this club going. You've got it in you.
Goodbye, officer.
The young man with
You can
the
tell them
collar
that you checked the
acknowledges
picture.
your return.
This is hardcore. Hardcore! Hardcore to the mega. Internally coherent. All core! All right! Yeah!
He furrows his brow as his very large head traces the sublime invisible movement of the music in the very real air of the stuffy tent.
Hardcore! Ah! Is it though? But is it? I mean, really?
What?
I am the mic enforcer. I am the chicks checker. Yeah!
That was crazy.
I see you're here again. Offside, man. Did I mention getting us into the church would help?
We'd be okay now. Seeing
I'm
that.
doing what I can.
It's not easy for him. It probably took him years to get used to Andre. He looks like a well thought out individual. The synchronization might be worth it in the long run.
Hi again. So, how are things going? And? What happened? Oh man, the crab man you mean? Who is he? What did you think?
He seemed okay.
Yeah. He's fine.
Really? Huh. Interesting. What's he doing in the church? No matter.
Hello.
Is he gonna be a problem?
Oh, nice hat.
Well, Blake's been playing for like 3 hours.
Since like
already.
all afternoon, right?
It's been about almost 9 hours.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, Noid is right. Let's get back to the point. What are we gonna do about him?
These guys will never catch him. You will never catch him. There's nothing to do.
He's not gonna leave. You wouldn't mind that you started the nightclub.
I don't know, man. Doesn't it feel like a major hindrance to you? A spooky guy climbing around
Nah.
and all the guests are trying to...
Nah, that's just our crab man. Don't worry about
You're
it.
just gonna have to live with him.
I guess it's not a massive problem, now that I think of it.
Everyone is welcome to dance till the morning light. Yeah!
Maybe. I guess we'll figure something out. Okay, but what about the other spooker? The one in Grandma's clothes? Did you see her?
Yeah.
A programmer? That's odd. What was she like? Did you ask her about the nightclub?
She said you guys haven't been completely honest with me about your plans. She did not like the idea. I'll just come up with it.
Come on, man. Who will you trust? The spooky programmer or us?
Feel the love! Get down and feel it!
A half-hearted sell of something which does not seem worth buying.
Okay, I'm
You'll
feeling
get
it.
there, believe me. When we've got our gear set up, things will be flowing and pumping. Anyway, now that it's settled, how did she seem? I mean, disposition-wise, about the dance club idea.
What a pity. That's my favourite thing in the world. And she doesn't like it at all.
A shame. What can we do now? Do you see a way out of this jam and into a laser-lit future of dance and unity?
Unity!
She made it clear that she won't leave until her own project is finished.
And you can't just evict her?
I won't evict her.
Look at you, Honor Man.
No, Noid. He's right. Maybe we've approached it the wrong way after all. I'm sure there's a workaround. We can make a deal not to bother her. If that's okay with her, we only want to get in the church and spread the joy and ecstasy of music.
The lines in the dark exist, coexist.
At least Crabman seems like an advanced being. He's hard.
He'll understand.
Yeah, he can do his climbing thing in the tower. And the programmer, does she like Nordic dance music?
She gets down. I mean,
Yeah,
who
yeah.
doesn't?
Wonderful. If coexisting fails, you can always muscle her out, right? If it's all okay with you, what do you think? Excellent. Good luck, my friend.
Oh my
Goodbye, officer.
god. Have you done this?
I've definitely like finished this, but I never like got through that check where it's like figure out what's really going on. But I definitely like went farther with the church where I like.
What did I
went
need?
through
Logic?
Oh yeah, to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I didn't think I went with like, I went with okay intellect, but I think I focused on psyche.
Let me see what she has to say about it. Maybe she has some new
The
things.
shaggy-haired girl kneels on the sea ice. She looks up as you approach.
So you talked to my associates, right? Are you going to help us? With the
Can't
church,
say.
I mean. Shoot. My associates? I haven't got much to say about them.
That's not something.
Of course I do. I just don't tell people about my friends and who they are and so on. I don't provide information on them.
To the cops.
Me? I'm a silver bird. Don't know what makes you think it'll be any different later, but
Get her to talk.
I do feel like they're up to something.
Yeah.
What do I do to increase? Let me change my
Oh,
clothes.
you have oh, you're wearing your empathy shoes, I guess.
My empathy.
Yeah, are there any logic ones? Let's think about conscience. That's freaking- Oh wait, the hat is +2 logic. Looking great.
Oh, this is +1. Let's see.
I
if
wonder what your odds are now with your logic gear on. Oh, it says that you have 11 bottles in your bag.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, when you click on it.
That's cool. Okay.
hello again.
Oh, fuck!
Oh, you gonna do it?
Should I do it? Should I?
I think you should try it.
The device
Yo!
Yeah, there you
Yes!
go. I didn't think you were gonna get it. to be
I didn't
honest.
think so either.
The company logo, Omicron, adorns its yellow plastic cover.
How did they know?
I'm sorry to have sit here on the ice with the drugs wearing off.
She looks you in the eye, her pupils wide, surrounded by a ridiculous amount of makeup.
The people who built this
Damn.
world intended it to be better for you,
You
but
just-
they failed. It's easier to live in their failure with this by your side.
The
Okay.
wind howls. She remains silent. It's real. Tell her.
It's not childish fantasy. It can be a real weapon against what's coming for you now.
What is?
The dark.
I know. I'll stick to it.
Something changes between you two. She looks at you differently now. As an equal. A fellow human being.
So thanks, I guess, for the psych session. Maybe I can return it. What's been eating you, officer?
You said eating me? There's something eating me.
Come on, I can tell. But, okay. Be a boy Adero about it if you want to.
I guess there is something that's been making my life tough.
What is it?
Oh! No!
No.
People keep putting their self-interest ahead of the greater good.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no one understands that sometimes.
So, the thing that's been eating you is the slow pace of social progress.
Mm. I wonder what happens if you do too. Not that you have to, but I wonder if you actually like dig deep in this, or do you?
No, it sounds like you just got chicken soup.
It's like actually true though.
It might have something to do with it.
Okay. Why'd you think that?
First, I had this faint sound of chewing gum on them. I could smell under.
Wow, man. That's pretty symbolic. Don't you think?
Yeah, I found it to be symbolic too.
Okay. What else?
They were written on a woman's hand. No boy, did ring them make me not feel good.
There you have it then. Chick trouble. Not political after all. Who was she?
I don't remember.
Really? You seem to be pretty upset about this chica. Are you sure you don't remember anything about her?
I remember the scent and that's it.
Wow, man. That's some pretty strange shit. Are you sure the letters were for you?
Yeah.
How come you don't remember, though? Is it like some selective memory thing?
Probably.
Yeah. Or it might just be some psych bullshit, you know? Königstein wank.
What's that?
You know, the psych thing they've got going on there. Rich people like it. People in Königstein are mostly rich.
Did you do any of this?
Oh.
Yeah, I remember.
I don't remember. I think like this far in the game, I only played it through once, and like the earlier parts, I might have played through like 2 or 3 times.
My associates? I haven't got much to say about them. Sorry. I just don't tell people about my friends.
To the cops.
Me? Don't know what makes you think it'll be any different later, but... My associate? Of course I do. I just...
To the cops.
Don't know what makes you think it'll be...
Oh, you have your
Hi
logic
again.
gear on.
So,
I just want to see
how
what you're...
things going?
Oh,
shit.
man!
That made such a big difference. Oh my gosh. If you don't
Should I
get this,
do
I'm
it?
gonna be heartbroken. But yeah, I think you should do it.
Let's... did you think any of this? Like, I don't. Eva, selective memory. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Woo!
Okay.
Yes, let's go.
I don't know what this is.
How about gather around, kids?
Oh my gosh. How do
The
I...
young speed freak puts down a busted capacitor and looks at you.
I'm scared.
I'm also scared.
The one with the large head seems very enthusiastic about...
I hope you don't like blow their whole thing up, because I kind of want them to do their nightclub.
Their would-be leader is less amused.
I got bad news for you.
Yeah.
What things?
He senses something is wrong.
This isn't the making of it. It's a tank full of laboratory equipment for manufacturing drugs.
I have no idea how you arrived at that conclusion, but it's wrong. Look, we even have speakers.
One speaker. They have one speaker.
Yeah, no headphones. Wouldn't. Oh, yeah. To spin tape.
What do you know about spinning tape? Nothing.
I know you pawned them likely for lab equipment.
I'm sorry, but there is no lab equipment and no drug ingredients.
Yeah, that's a fed.
He said it was for his nose. What more do you want?
Likely pseudoephedrine. Almost exactly the shape of ephedrine.
Ooh. We're gonna get some food soon, but I would take some back out.
So does pseudoephedrine.
Just here's a baguette.
Where'd you get it from?
The co-op in Philly.
Nice.
Wow, Philly baguette.
You want some baguette?
Sure.
Do you have perfume on, Kate?
No.
Okay. Whoa.
Figure out what it smells like.
What?
Actually, I smell like Sri Lankan. I smell like black Rwanda. To be there on the way down.
Oh,
That's
right.
what I smell like
It's
today.
a little tough.
Yeah, it's hard for me to pull off.
Check it out. What's that? Sweet potato
Oh,
cake.
nice, vegan. Nice. Might want to microwave this with some water. Did he lose his friend?
What do you mean, friend?
The other speaker.
It's a one-speaker system. It's monodynamic. You wouldn't know the first thing about sound reproduction in anodic music. Other speaker.
Oh my god, did I tell you about there's one show that I came in to do sound with, not at Wonderville, at this other place. And they only have one working speaker, like I was getting paid to do sound. And they had 3 other speakers that just didn't work, and I'm like, did you test these? And they were like, no, we just bought them. I'm like, they're like trash. They're like covered in like dirt. Like, where did you buy them? And they were like, from Rash. Like,
The place that burned
yes,
down?
and they didn't test the speakers and things.
That's insane.
So I put on an entirely mono show. I was like, here you guys go.
This may be the brain damage talking, but you've definitely never heard of monodynamic or one-speaker systems.
No shit.
He tried to use a police detector to set up a drug lab.
That's... Come on, that's...
Against the law.
I meant to say, not true. What do you mean, do?
There's resignation in his voice. He's almost ready to drop them.
Poor Graham.
It wouldn't take a lot to push him. The optimal way to go about this would be indifference. It begins by you telling him you don't care about any of this.
No.
What do you mean by lenient?
We'll see.
He thinks for a moment, then opens his mouth, but closes it again. Then finally raises his hands.
Things are just way too hard for an entrepreneur in this city. It's not like we're not going to turn the church into the wickedest club in East Revershoal.
Because we are! We totally are!
We just got to turn it into a speed lab first.
You know, to get our foot in the door.
Like I told you, spooky arseholes moved in while I was getting all this stuff together. A month ago, the place was empty, and now it's all spooked up.
They're not really spooky, are they?
No, man. They're spooky, all right. It's just that they would also probably call the police if we started cooking speed in there.
But the sign was way off too!
Sir, you promised you'd be lenient.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man, I can take their cash.
Oh
Man.
Wait. You have so many choices here.
I do want their money, but I also want their club to happen.
Like, I want the club to happen.
Like, they do seem like little fuckers, and I don't really like them. What?
You do not have enough money to have a place to sleep tonight.
And they're like kind of the perfect people to rob.
Well, because I mean, you basically like could just arrest them immediately. I think it's funny that you can just let them have a speed lab. Speed lab.
This is like the hardest decision I've made in the game. There's so many options.
And they all are like a different, very different path.
I bet if you let them have the lab, you can get some kind of kickback. Yeah. Oh.
That's really true. You also aren't short that much cash.
It also probably wouldn't work if they just did a clean club.
Yeah, like, who's gonna go? In the middle of an ice field.
Oh.
This is not that you should.
Wait, is that Otis?
I thought it was Otis.
I didn't want to dox, but... No,
Oh, sorry.
Sorry,
I don't know Twitch etiquette. Are we all secret?
Yeah,
we're all secret now. Sorry.
What would you do? 7 odd failure. It is me secretly. This is such a. I'm like freaking out.
Okay. What does your heart say? Okay. I can tell you my opinion.
Okay, yeah.
I'm 50-50 split on whether you should bribe them first. Or have them bribe you first.
Yeah.
But I think we both agree like the club has to happen.
I think we want the club to happen,
Yeah.
but I'm worried that if I steal
then
from them
they
first
need
and
the
then-
money to help it happen, probably.
Yeah. And then the main dude most likely wants the lab.
I feel like there's hope for them. Like they could become real artists.
I'll do this. I'll do
Yeah,
number
I think
4.
that's the safest one. Well,
Oh, good point. How much do I like the programmer? Honestly, I like these guys more than I like the programmer.
well, maybe you can help her finish her business before the lab starts. Okay, we're just doing the club.
Yeah.
Okay.
I knew it.
Yeah. See, Otis was so right.
Yeah.
His minions are happy.
No, Andre, it's harder now. This hard cop has come to show us how much the fish is, and the fish is always so much more. We all know there was never going to be a club for Nordic music with the Speed Lab. Now it has a fighting chance.
What about the fish?
There needs to be a club for Nordic music in there. Needs to. Everyone hates each other. Everybody hates it here.
Aww.
It's all just drugs and we're slaves, and I can't. We are running out of time. We need a win, Andre. I promise this will be a win. We won't cook speed in there. We'll do it clean. We'll do it true. We'll do it sober and real and beautiful. This will be a victory for the light.
Okay, we'll try to do it without the drugs. We'll do a straight club up in there, spinning the maddest reels and nothing but, I swear to God, Okay, Egg?
From here on, it'll be straight all the way.
Oh.
We did the right thing.
We're here again.
Wow.
I love like that they're like little shits, but you're also like, damn, like their life does suck. And
Yeah.
like they could make music and be happy.
That was so heartwarming.
Egghead.
Let's talk to this lady.
Yes, what is it?
What if you didn't have to leave?
I don't want to make anything work.
You don't want to make anything work?
Yes, anything. I don't want to make anything work. Good.
Yeah, let's just do it.
Hey.
No! How about we offer you part of the profit?
Nope. Not interested in your degenerate money schemes.
Hey, maybe if you were.
Oh wait. You can retry it again if you level up your
You'd have something
suggestion.
Oh, about her previous company?
Oh yeah.
I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything. I use the AR-1 as my RAIN Prefect processing unit. RAIN Prefect, my radio computer. Yes? You really don't know anything about radio computers, do you?
You're really good at interfacing in this.
Yeah, my interfacing is like...
Like, definitely never had anything in interfacing at all.
I'm a mass executive.
Then you certainly know that all radio computers perform operations on air.
Yeah, I'm missing
So in order
that
to gain
84%.
processing
That was
power,
rough.
you need to invest in a good antenna.
And it's
I
good.
guess it is. So far, I've been quite satisfied with it. Martinez is an unstable region with bad coverage, and the operation has been surprisingly stable. But it's not the cheapest one on the market. So I wouldn't recommend it for your regular red tape operations. Fraser 1000 is a foolproof line for civilians. Anyway, you should do some research before you decide to buy anything. Ask around, compare the prices. There are many milieus dedicated to that sort of thing.
She liked telling me this. It
Aww.
can't be.
What are you doing with the radio computers?
I'm working.
The machine seems almost alien with its pulsing core. The light casting her face in a strange shadow.
Could you just shh for a moment? Or get to the point. I really need to focus on something. They are connected to my RAIN Prefect. Whatever you do, just please don't move them, okay?
It was suggestion, right? That
Yeah, how do I level up?
just getting
Short
experience
and
with this.
terse. There you have it. Whatever she's using them for, they're hers.
Great.
Yeah, it was suggestion.
The Swallow, you mean?
There is a way to ask
Great.
her about her
Thanks.
job. Because I remember having that conversation, but I don't know how we got there. Hmm.
I think if we went into that one building, or if we knew more about...
Yeah. There's actually probably even places I feel like we could do something related.
This area is like gigantic. It is kind of funny that...
You got stuck for so long today.
Yeah, that I was just like stuck for like forever, and then now I'm just like... Yeah, there's almost too much to do and think about, you know?
Yeah, I think like the pacing is just like a little weird. Like,
goofed up.
janky.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it.
It's military. A service depot.
I don't think I ever got in
Probably
here
something that
either.
there.
It may have been used
Do you
to
have any
service an
clothes that
aerostatic
help you?
battleship in the atmosphere, or a fortification.
If I switch.
An old door worn by elements.
I want to have my interfacing like all the way up.
You don't have any interfacing clothes?
My
your
clothes. Oh, here's this. And isn't there like one more or something?
A familiar apparatus.
Did we ever
lies
find the one
among
that's supposed to be
reeds.
right at the camp?
Another one. The reeds shake
No.
sadly in the coastal breeze, weighed down by
I think
rain.
there's 4
They
of them.
seem to be
total.
waiting for something.
Or,
The wind
maybe
picks up
it's
here,
3.
near the cape's end, surrounding the narrow strip of land from 3 cardinal directions. It's cold for this time of year. This trap is also full of panicked locusts. No sign of any cryptozoological beast inside.
Another empty trap.
The next one's going to be
Yeah.
working on.
The next one has a crab trapped in it. These are just crab traps, you do realize?
Where's the... There's 2 more. What is it?
Oh,
In the camp and then
Yeah.
the southeast?
just where the houses are and stuff like this.
Yeah. This part is really pretty.
Yeah, I really like just the, it gets really like brushstrokey over here.
Yeah, it's a cool look. Really like Illustrator, you know, but I like it.
Ooh. I think when I had first played it, I had actually just seen like a Russian painting exhibit in New Brunswick.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, oh, that's it. Because it was like all the very similar like landscapes and stuff.
Man. I've also, I've seen a screenshot of that door.
Which door?
That one that we just passed.
Yeah, I don't think I've gotten in there, and now it's kind of driving me crazy. But I don't know what's in there.
Hey, we're making bank.
I kind of feel like they put so much money in here because there's just like not enough people on other organic ways of getting money in this
Yeah.
part of the game. You know?
And then this is the village.
Oh, yeah. Oh my gosh, you still have to tell that woman. Where does that woman live? The wife?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I think she lives in actual town.
Yeah. Here's the trap.
By the...
Southeast.
Yeah. By the bridge.
This trap's not too hard. The reeds bend forlornly toward the sand. Some tufts have been crushed. The constant, distant song.
Open it.
louder on this part of the coast. Nothing but locusts in this
Oh my
trap as
God.
well. Definitely no cryptozoological monstrosity.
Empty as all of them. One more of these and we're done. I'm just glad we haven't found some poor cat trapped in one of these.
The reeds bend. The constant.
And then where was the last one?
I think it was supposed to be right where the cryptozoologists were. Somewhere.
That mug thing is so funny.
I can't believe that actually ended up being someone's. I really thought it was just there to make fun of you for holding onto it and thinking that it was like gonna be useful. You know
I
what
thought
mean?
that for a while. I thought that was.
Like, they're just gonna keep making fun of you. For doing it.
Because I could imagine this game doing that.
Yeah, just being like. I definitely felt like some of the racist lorry driver stuff was like, you can try to be really racist with him, but he's just like a completely useless character.
Yeah. I thought he was gonna go further because he felt like one of the first people you really interact with.
Yeah.
Where did I even find that guy?
The
It's like-
remaining windows rattle from a strong gust
Uh,
of wind. They're covered in a
and a
thick,
little left, I
dripping
think.
water falls from a high place. There's rust and corrosion on the bars.
Can you
They're
make it
foaming with it.
inside?
No. I won't even try. I had a partner once. They called him Eyes, because he had to show me things. It's that bad.
Aww.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it was along the left coast.
No, but this is where that dead guy is.
Yeah.
But there's no way for me to get down here, right? So I have to go back.
Maybe, yeah. I don't know.
Oh my god.
Or maybe we can go up around, actually.
I think we have to go.
Just to know. Yeah, it's the west of this.
Or is it? Oh, I forgot that. Yeah, sometimes it's hard for me to tell, like, what is in what, like, ground.
Oh, yeah.
It's up here.
So, I think it's somewhere around here. Hello? Is that it?
This is the last of the
Oh.
traps. The one Morel just set. Checking it over. The reeds by the abandoned campsite hiss and shake in the lazily falling rain. It's good the cryptozoologists left. This isn't a very cozy place to stay night after night. The later it gets, the colder. Remnants of the camp can still be seen in the sand. The fire that's gone out. You feel strange, somehow. The trap feels light and silent as you pick it up. Something is different here. No locust. No phasmid either, but still.
Well, wait. What happens if we work?
Well, the bait worked on something. This doesn't mean it was a reed monster, though. Unless you see one in there, I just see an empty trap.
The netting is a little untidy, messier than the others. Like someone or something picked the trap up and shook it before dropping it back down on the ground.
Like, the Disco Elysium inside voice is now my inner voice. So now I'm asking for compensation for psychological damage. I will accept one sexy mouse girl drawing as payment. How sexy are you? Do you want her to be? Send me the details later and I'll see if I can accommodate that.
So, like, something did actually do something.
Why was it? What if it ate them and then got out?
Right. Anyway, that's for the cryptozoologists to figure out now. We are not cryptozoologists. We are cops.
The reeds by the abandoned campsite hiss and shake in the lazily falling rain. It's good the the later it gets. The reeds, it's good that the later it... You've checked all the...
Oh my god, what? Is there anything I can do?
all the...
Oh, they're here. They're here, I know it. Oh, this hurts.
I don't want to spoil anything.
Well, I think we did everything we could around here, right?
Yeah, I think it would be worthwhile to go back to the main town.
Maybe go back to the main town, then you and I get some, we can get some food.
That's good.
And
Yeah, because you have to talk to. I feel like you have to talk to all the wives now. You know what I mean? Like, there's Lena, but then there's also, like, the other way.
The lady in the boat, too. You know who I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Jean? I forget her name.
Joyce.
I'm very hungry. And I get to return my bottles.
Yeah. If you have money left over, it'd be cool to buy a map. But...
Oh, wait, is this open? I don't think I've been here. I will say the music in this game is good. It's not like a memorable soundtrack, except for the... But it's like effective.
Yeah. Oh, there's something in the house.
Yeah.
Money. You're doing pretty good. Feeling good
Yeah,
about
I
it.
think as soon as I cash in my bottles, I'll probably have $20.
I do think it's funny that, like, you're a cop and, like, you end up just having to, like, cash in bottles.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, yeah. Ooh, empathy glasses.
Those are cool. Man, I feel bad about giving her my hat, because...
That's a good hat.
This is a worse hat.
It's a really bad one.
Wait, is that also a trap? Did we already...
That's the one we did, right?
You've checked all the...
Okay. Oh, he's on top of that thing now.
The tear machine stands in the... Your bottles clunk into the machine.
Oh my
my
god, that's...
Really?
Yeah.
Better get, $3 real quick. Oh, can you grill, well, maybe, I feel like you should talk to the crypto as well, just,
Yeah, I'll do that first.
just stay there. Yeah.
It's great to see you again, officer. My wife can't wait to thank you. Go on.
She's so nice.
Sweetie, I don't even know how to thank you for finding my husband and helping him out. I hope we haven't been too much trouble for you.
I knew it.
I'm not surprised. It's already getting out of hand.
Well, in that case, sweetie,
give you a tie.
Let me give you a small token of my gratitude.
Oh.
It's a tie, Mescan origin. The pin is
Aww.
an antique, quite special to the cryptozoological community.
The little silvery knob holding the tie together feels warm in your hand. It's in the shape of an avian skull with 8 eyes. You could ask her about this when you get the time. It's probably a cryptid, but the phasmid, of course, is more important.
Oh, you don't want to hear about some old woman's ramblings.
Ramblings? Nonsense. Your description of the phasmid is the most precise I've ever heard.
But darling, I didn't even get the size of it right.
Measuring things is important. How did she get the size?
You were a child, my dear. Really. It's extraordinary what you were able to describe. Now go on. Tell our friend about it. He's proven his interest in the field.
Reflexively, the lieutenant read his familiar notebook.
Well, it was summer. I was building a racing track out of sand on the beach near a tall stand of reeds. Quite a tall one. Many times my height, I remember. When, all of a sudden, I looked up and one of the reeds moved. Not like a plant, but like a living thing. It stood up and looked at me. Its body unfolded like some antique toy. I'd never seen anything like it. The reeds turned into a creature. I didn't know this can happen, so I reached my arm and touched the thing. It felt just like a stalk of reed, but it moved, swaying, towering above me. After a while, 20 seconds, a minute maybe, it left, went into the reeds. I tried, but I was only a child. There was mud and high water. I couldn't see it anymore. I was just standing there knee-deep in mud, looking around me. I ran back home to my grandmother and asked her if reeds could walk, and told her they were looking at me. Of course, she just laughed at me, but I knew what I'd seen. For years, it was a story I told at parties when I wanted to impress boys. That sort of thing. Of course, most people just took it as a strange, amusing anecdote. So did I, honestly. But then I met Morel.
We were on a date. Can you imagine? She tells me a story, and it's the most detailed report of the Insulindian phasmid I've ever heard. The sounds. She told me it hissed.
So that's how they met. This is beyond significant for them.
It did, yes. Like reeds in a gust of wind.
The way it moved, the colour, how some of its limbs were white, like marble. It matched perfectly with what I know from other accounts. It was amazing. If it weren't for Lena, I might have given up hope years ago. It's no exaggeration to say that she restored my faith in my profession.
Our first, yes.
Not all of them. There is some white coloration reported, along with beige, where the camouflage ends.
It's hard to say how big things are when you're quite small yourself. To me, it seemed to be taller than I was then, but that's probably not the case.
What if it is the case?
I thought it was a wonderful story, man.
But I don't believe it. A child left unattended on a warm day. Children make up stories and then end up believing them.
You're welcome, sweetie. I do appreciate the chance to relive it whenever I get one. It was just such an impossibly sunshiny day. So warm.
And she could get up and walk right into the reeds on her own. Into the mud. Anywhere.
Let's hear it.
There's really no point in manipulating anyone. She'd be only too pleased to tell you about her work. Go on and ask.
Hey, Lena, I'd like to hear about some of the cryptids you've studied. Could you just tell me about a couple of them?
Oh, I'd be delighted. Truth be told, I could really use the company too.
One cryptid, not a couple. One. This won't turn into some kind of cryptid extravaganza.
I like the
and
sound
I
of it.
don't.
Ooh, tough choice there.
Which one did you do?
Oh, I super don't remember this.
I'll do invisible.
What an interesting question. And the answer is yes, there are.
Of course. All fairy tales have someone or something invisible in them.
It's the Col de Mama d'Aqua. Its name means thin whisper of sound, and that's precisely what it is. Self-replicating sound waves, invisible and intangible. The Col de Mama is very afraid of us, which makes it incredibly difficult to track.
Col de Mama d'Aqua can also be translated as a whisper light and low.
Plenty. It's the evidence that led to its discovery. In the 20s, a group of Areopagi ornithologists, that is, scientists who study birds, were trying out a new recording technology for capturing sounds outside the range of human hearing. When playing back recordings they had made in the foothills of the Ea mountain range, they noticed certain anomalies, patterns that seemed random at first, but on closer examination were consistent with the waveforms of songbirds. The scientists soon discovered they could track and even predict what appeared to be feeding, mating, and migration patterns based on sound waves in a strictly delimited range of ultrasonic frequencies, even higher than those of the highest pitched bat calls.
She transforms, when speaking about these strange animals, into a confident woman.
They realized that they had discovered a new species and called it the Col de Mama d'Aqua, after the Paracanassian name for the voice of God, which is said to be very silent. They grew quite obsessed with these little birds. Even though they couldn't see them, they could distinguish among individual birds and even began to name some of them. Sequester, Time, Joscan, those are but some of the Mama d'Aqua they followed individually.
Yes,
that's another translation. They're both quite lovely, aren't they? Although the low part is a little ironic. The Col de Mama d'Aqua makes, or rather is, such a high-pitched sound that other animals, including humans, can't hear it. It could be everywhere, all of the time, and we wouldn't know.
Fine, I'll bite. How can an animal be a sound?
Many scientists have asked the same question. Some have claimed that it isn't itself a sound, but a tiny corpuscle that emits sound waves. But there's no evidence to support this theory.
Why is it afraid of us?
That is a sad story. A group of university students assisting with field work in their enthusiasm for the project, and no doubt because they were preoccupied with impressing their professors, nearly drove it to extinction. They tried to communicate with it and had no other means but sound. So they started sending out sound waves at frequencies they thought might match the Mama d'Aqua's. And what happens when a sound wave meets another sound wave of the same frequency, dear?
Oh no.
This lady really should be a teacher. She's really good at the explaining things thing. Psst. They cancel each other out. Psst.
Exactly. And these tests were performed so recklessly that when they happened upon the right frequency, well...
This is like such a good explanation compared to so many other characters' really poor explanations.
Great regret washes over her. A winding cloth.
After that, the corpuscle appears to have migrated elsewhere. There have been recordings of anomalies similar to those spotted in Ea, but they've been few and far between. It's impossible to confirm the presence of any stable Col de Mama d'Aqua population anywhere.
Of course. A common thread in these. Disappearance and unfalsifiability. I like the story, though, man.
I'm glad you did, dear.
Let's do it.
It could be. As I said, it could be everywhere. And we wouldn't know any better. It could be ringing all the days of our lives and nights. What about what?
Oh my gosh.
I should just end it because Kim will get upset.
Of course, dear.
Who is this?
Always a pleasure to see an officer of the law.
He looks completely different.
Some of the characters' art looks very different from their model.
I mean, officers.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah. I think you can get the full set of the armor, but it, like, I obviously like see no progress in it.
Damn, it's really fucked that I can't,
open the door.
You see a heavy steel, the door does the old kobold. It leads to the door.
There's definitely all these like secret places here that we haven't gotten into.
Yeah.
You know? It's kind of frustrating.
And it sounds like you can easily just play through the whole game and never...
Yeah, I think so.
Never discover it.
Was that?
So.
Could it be?
No.
It's probably just your imagination ringing in your ear. There seems to be an extremely high-pitched ring. Ultrasonic.
Oh my gosh.
Lena said it was very high-pitched.
I definitely didn't do this because
it's like something.
this didn't happen to me.
Lena also said that it couldn't be heard by any other animal, including humans. What you're hearing must just be a regular bird. Honestly, your ear isn't hearing a whole lot. The distant hum of the industrial harbor, the traffic. But, admittedly, there is a high-pitched noise somewhere there too. But then, isn't there always? There it is again. You're about to rediscover a long-lost species. Yeah, but how are you going to catch it? It must be very close. Maybe, just maybe, it will come toward you. Keep still. It might perch on your shoulder. Oh no. The sound. It's moving away. Somewhere over there. Go after it. No. Too late. It's gone.
Oh my gosh.
There is no ringing anymore. Just the sound of the streets. So it does. It's gone. All that's left for you is the disco.
Wow, that's like really extremely fucked up.
That like kind of hurt me. Oh, that's a cool thing.
Whoa, this looks sick.
That's crazy.
That looks pretty good, yeah. I don't like this hat. But it gives me two options.
What's a better hat to wear? You really don't have many hat options, actually.
Oh, the hat I had was so good.
If only you had been wearing like the other hat. Oh no, you don't have enough money. Just have to say you should buy a map.
I mean, oh, should I pawn
what?
Some things off?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe talk to this lady real quick.
Can I have some more money?
Well, I have some things that
You're back. Good.
Here we go.
Oh, you do? You found your badge.
My favorite part of the day.
What is all of this? The scent.
Have you done this?
The air.
I think so, yeah.
What world? The only one.
I love how you can like talk to her about like what is the world.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Like that she's
And
like
its
this
pale antipode.
corporate like person.
The camera of her mind glides over the surface of the water.
What do you see?
Great bodies of water, forest-covered surfaces, clusters of light where the cities lie. You've seen the montage. We all have. This world is enough. There is a term of endearment they coined for it in the DeLorean century, when humanity was high on this world, discovering more and more of it, these archipelagos included. Elysium.
The other part of the title.
What is it?
It does. There are those who would call it hell.
What is hell?
A term of hatred that originates, like many such things, with the Mesk petro-fascists.
Now, like, I have to get, okay.
Oh, you want a picture of the world? There is no complete set yet, dear. They're having some trouble reaching orbit. Great things are difficult to achieve. For now, we're viewing the world from the inside, sideways.
Inside sideways?
We used to think it was a sphere, but that is beginning to look less and less likely by the day. You wouldn't know it from the tabloids, but the ORG nations have been launching weather balloons into the lower ionosphere since the 30s.
ORG, Occident Revichol-Grad.
There's a steadily increasing trickle of images. Between the big three scientific contributors, they're piecing together a dark grey corona.
A darker corona?
Yes. Pale covers 72% of the surface. There are grey flares and prominences, even arcs above entire isolas. The images are blurry, but if there was a sphere in there, it certainly looks like it fractured a long time ago.
A cold fear seeps into you.
Whoa. What do you mean, Corona?
They say there is a rarefied envelope of matter surrounding the darkened disk of our planet. That is, if we are still living on a planet. Or, to speak more plainly, imagine vast swathes of land disrupted by nothingness. I am sorry, dear. It must sound quite terrifying through the acute encephalopathy. Even scientific positivism isn't entirely convinced about what we're dealing with here. But this is one of the greatest questions of our time.
So really, like they're saying the planet is like fractured apart.
Jolt us out of our rut, bring us together.
It checks
However
out.
naive it may sound.
With the 2mm hole in the world or whatever.
Oh yeah, the crust stuff.
Or like the silent
You have
column
misimagined
or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't have the power to convey to you the effect and geometry of the images that depict our world from below low orbit. It's like the crowning of the world. It's insane. Very disco. You'd love it.
That sounds like a kind of disco I'd like to go to.
You already have.
Joyce is kind of great.
Huh?
Joyce is kind of great,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Despite the rubble.
She's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Despite like
You're conscious
being,
of yourself.
being set up to be really not a cool person.
Whatever
Yeah.
this all is, your arms hang down by your sides. The lieutenant observes you both silently. He adjusts his glasses.
The Pale is not, technically speaking, part of reality.
Yes. Also, I think we've had enough excitement for today. We do have a case to attend to.
Of course, Lieutenant. Let's try something else.
What do you mean that's not her reality?
Ma'am, remember you are dealing with a very sensitive and impressionable police officer who is still recovering from a recent medical episode.
The Lieutenant's right. Let's change
Oh my
topic.
gosh, you can't even talk about this.
What do you want to know? Anything.
You could sneak back later when the lieutenant is not here.
Ooh,
Unless you can
yeah.
convince him to step aside.
Oh, Kim does trust you? Interesting.
Good idea. Just ask him.
Fine.
See? What can he do? You're a grown man.
Are you sure you're sure? Your colleague seemed adamant. Okay. The Pale is the most dominant geological feature of the world, Detective. The separative tissue between the islas. It is the inter-islary mass. Isla is a Messinian word for a continent of matter, enveloped on all sides by the Pale. Also, isolation, or landmass. We used to believe there was only one. In the last 4 centuries, we have discovered 7. Windy, Seol, Samara, Ilmara, Grad, Katla, and this, Insulinde. Achromatic, odorless, featureless. The Pale is the enemy of matter and life. It is not like any other.
I wasn't expecting this game to get
in the
into
world.
I don't know if I really got this far into this.
The negation of
Yeah, it kind of sneaks up on you. You don't think there's anything like metaphysical going on.
It's like some total crazy shit. What if we're surrounded by the Pale? How do we get out of Isla Jason?
Oh, it is so difficult for us.
You know what's interesting also is that my playthrough, like, I was so focused on Inland Empire that it was so, like, poetic and, like, crazy, like,
Yeah.
actually, like, insane that, like, I thought that half of this was just because, like, I chose to make, like, an unhinged character, but then this is actually kind of, like, really approaching it from, like, a scientific perspective, but it's still getting at some of the same stuff, which is
It is possible to force dimensions on the Pale.
what's happening here now.
Its latitude.
Yeah, like, I don't think this is how I approached this. Mine was, like, almost, like, poetry that I was getting
But it is
through.
still hard for humans to navigate the Pale without getting lost. Or having our minds damaged. Yes, sweet reality.
But before we do, tell me, Detective, is this the first time you're hearing this? Do you really not remember anything? Beyond curious, tell me, what do you think of the Pale?
Yeah, I feel like the first session we were just like all politics the whole time.
Yeah.
You really didn't know. This does not spell good for the investigation, Detective. If you don't know even this, then... Steel yourself, officer. Your colleague, Lieutenant Kitsuragi, he is competent. I checked up on him. And you also have me. I will try to assist you in any way I can.
Some of that assurance is meant for herself, as much as it's meant for you. She must have a lot on the line here.
Even if we have to do it one basic term at a time.
Oh.
Good. You have not passed out from it. Perhaps I worried for nothing. Are we still on the reality lowdown, or should we do actual police work now?
Good luck, detectives.
Okay, maybe I'll go sell some stuff and then sleep. Or maybe not sleep, I'll sell some stuff. And then,
Yeah, I'm trying to remember all the things that they were like, oh, if you want to do this, come back without Ken, like, clear in the other ones. So that would be a chance.
yeah.
But I don't know if there's anything really that important. No, just like asking out that woman with the
I
sword.
don't think I want to do that.
I think I tried to do that and failed miserably. It did not feel good.
I think I want to wait. Can I sell?
Hello again. How can I help? Sure. Let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling?
So, oh yeah, I don't think the postcards matter.
Fuel canister. Do you think I need that for anything? Or do you know?
I don't know. No, I couldn't tell you. Either way, it's a lot of money. Let's see. I can't imagine this would be that useful, right? Like, it's just a container.
Yeah.
Another time, perhaps.
What's this?
Oh, you have, is there one that we wanted to do? Oh, was it suggestion for the...
Didn't we already...
Mm,
Oh, for that lady.
Yeah, for the programmer lady.
Yeah, maybe. It seems like a good thing to do. Yeah, now that I have pawned that thing up, I don't feel like so worried.
Oh, should you get it before it ges too late?
Get what?
Reserve your room.
Do I need to do it before a specific time?
Yeah, because you get locked out. It's too late.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But I feel like I can go there past...
I think it's pretty late, though.
Yeah.
I think it's like probably like 11 or something.
I do want to ask that mom out, though. I also wonder who... Did you ever find out who... Harry... Or what's his name? Or who he has sex with when he's drunk?
Wait, who are you talking about?
His name's Harry, right? Harry Dubois?
Yeah.
Do you ever find out who he has sex with?
You mean currently has sex with?
Like, when he was drunk.
What do you mean when he was drunk?
Oh, you weren't here for it, but, I was talking to the drunks, and they were talking about, like...
Oh,
I was getting fucked or something by somebody.
Oh, I don't remember.
What is it?
What did you do?
Suggestion.
Do you have any suggestion clothes? Oh.
What?
Yes, what is it?
Easy.
Okay, here we go.
When her research is done, she can move out.
Alright.
What? No, I don't really need any help with the project.
But if I could help you finish the project, then you wouldn't have to live in the church for the boom boom wait next to the boom boom anymore.
She thinks about it. A glassy look in her eyes. A gust of wind brings more snow in from the broken gallery. It touches her hair.
All right. Bring me the game's offside copy from my old work.
Oh,
if
yes,
you really
okay.
want to help. It's stored on a filament memory, and I'm unable to go and fetch it myself.
I'm really excited for you to go this part.
Yeah, that's the one. You can get in through the bookshop. You just have to do some explaining to the bookstore lady.
Wait.
That's her name, I believe. There's this giant ice bear fridge in the building's cellar. It's there. Don't worry, you can't miss the bear. It's hideous. Thanks.
Wait, for real?
And here's my Qualsund multi-tool. You might need it to hack loose some ice. It opens everything. If you give me the offside
This is
copy,
not how I
Qualsund-
got there. I don't remember how I got there.
It hurts a bit for her to say this. She's not too happy to be part
So
of
it's
the
very
device.
funny to me that actually this is how you got there.
The legendary Kvalsund multi-tool. This is Pribar version 2.0 for professionals like you.
Wait, what?
Her old workplace.
How did you... Just curious.
How did I get in there?
Yeah.
I think I might have done some like I think when you max out Inland Empire, you get kind of borderline psychic. Like you kind of like are so insane that like you like communicate with the universe in weird levels and like weird shit happens sometimes. And I don't remember exactly what happened, but I feel like something really crazy happened for me to get in there, and I can't remember.
That sounds kind of fun.
I mean, you already get some of that, like, in general, because it's kind of like a psychedelic game in general.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like you're missing out on, like, a ton of it. But I think, like, my major, like, breakthrough moments to, like, solve problems, like, were kind of, like, almost by, like, how would any human know that kind of thing? Like, following, like, weird, like, divine intuition, you know?
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, that seems like kind of like a cool... Were you just like tripped out the entire time?
I just like maxed out Inland Empire. I actually didn't really do that many drugs. It actually kind of got in the way at the end. Like I maxed it out too much to the point where Inland Empire was saying all sorts of stuff all the time at everything, and then like a lot of it actually wasn't true. And like it ended up being like I think I was actually just insane by the end. It was really helpful. But also, I definitely felt like the character was not tethered with reality at the end.
Oh my god, let's get out of here.
You've hurt yourself now. I told you not to mess around back there. What are you
I think you can just go.
accomplish, you fool? You're only making things worse. Stop it. Be compelled to look at the books. Go to them. A fridge? No, I don't know anything about a fridge. Aren't you interested in books?
For whatever reason, she's lying to you about the fridge. Seems like you have to find your own way to the cellar.
Goodness, you were already doing good, browsing the shelves. Why'd you stop? Don't you feel compelled? Go, go. Get back there. Everything is on the shelves. Take a look yourself. The shelves compel you, don't they?
She's attempting to mentally direct you towards the shelves.
You just go into
She only wants you to buy the goods. She doesn't care about the books. She smiles and nods.
Or like, I think, do you use that? Did she give you a key or did she just give you the multi-tool?
A heavy door with
I
a
don't know
missing
if it
handle stands before you,
helps.
covered in dozens, if not hundreds, Only a hollowed out dark echo.
Wait, she gave you a tool though, right?
Oh, like I put that in.
Yeah, it's in the tools.
Oh.
Whoa.
Whoa. Did you think it was
A
going to be
heavy
that
door
big?
with a missing handle stands before.
I don't know if that's to get.
Yeah, it was just to knock off the face.
Isn't that further
A
down?
heavy door with a missing. Only an echo. A hollowed out.
Can you get in through the plaza, like through the other door? You know, like
Hello again,
outside?
officer. And
Oh, I think you can.
Like here?
Yeah. Right? No? Hmm. Or can you use your bolt cutters with it? Did you already try that? Maybe I just did this to get in. Maybe it wasn't a crazy thing. Hmm. Wait. I thought... But she said it was here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I had to convince her or something.
again,
and
esteemed
then-
officer.
I thought she like gave you a key, but I guess she...
A heavy door with a missing handle stands before you, covered in dozens, if not.
Yeah, she didn't give you a key. I think.
Do I have to buy a book from her? I'll buy one of these books.
You already bought stuff, though. I don't think that's...
Shelves filled to the brim.
Of course. Such violence and immorality. I mean, enjoy. Hello again, esteemed officer. And welcome to Goodness, you were already doing... Truth be told, not really. My sister brings in most of the goods. I'm sure it's all very
is that her
literary
sister?
stuff with well-written prose.
Oh, maybe.
But you don't learn about the important things in life from fabricated stories. The truth is available if you just know where to look, and you have to open and free your mind to understand. Truth be told, but you don't learn about... I provide a valuable service. The truth is available if you just know where to look, and you have to open and
Should you just
free
try to
your
level
mind
up
to
your
understand.
She smiles and
power to get through the door? Or what is... What's that? No, that's your...
in your hand, you hold Dick Mullen and the mistaken identity. The brittle
I think
paperback
books
feels
also speed up
fragile
the
to
time
touch.
passage, too.
Yeah.
The cover features a pastiche of different scenes. In the foreground, a man in a dark overcoat clutches a pistol to his chest. Rising up behind him.
Oh, I'm mad. I really
two
want you to see
silhouettes
what's in there.
The tagline reads, Detective Dick Mullen must prove his innocence after an old friend is murdered by someone who looks just like Dick Mullen. That seems to sum up the premise. Needless to say, it violates nearly every RCM regulation for a detective to investigate a murder in which he is a suspect.
Are you really reading that, detective? That's probably for the best.
It's much more about the
what
dark
is-
and deadly atmosphere.
Is it close up to them? I guess it's I'll put it there. Yeah, let's actually the better ones for her.
Yeah.
I think I'm just going after with a crowbar and like.
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you
Oh.
here for more book?
Because
Suggestion.
She's been
Good.
talking to you so openly because you've talked before.
Second Friday. Yeah.
Yes, I used to stand out there all the time before Mother told me to focus on my homework. You've been running around all week without your shirt on, sir. Telling people about being a star or something. I don't really understand who those stars are. Of course, you stopped by a few times. You certainly look better than the last time I saw you.
I doubt that.
No, you don't have party eyes anymore.
Party eyes. Yes, of course. That makes sense.
I'm not surprised children have seen you running around with party eyes on, he thinks.
You know, like a cat in the dark, all big and wide-eyed. It certainly looks odd on a man.
The swiveling eyes of a loony drug addict. That is what she meant. You were probably girding to. Good thing she didn't say party eyes loud. Her mother's nearby. Fuck yeah. You should get some party eyes right now. Snap those sequins on you, boy. Don't leave us hanging like that, man. Open yourself to the experiences of the world. Expand your consciousness with amphetamines.
I'm glad I could help you, sir. Math. Oh, I thought this would fit you. Like, thanks for helping
Wait,
out.
she gave you a hat
Not
again?
really. The city
That was definitely a
like
glitch.
detective does.
You got your hat back.
Mullen wears all the time. You'll look way more serious.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh. It must. I wonder if it checks to see if you already have the hat. And if you don't have it, I wonder if that's why. Or if it was just a glitch. Oh my gosh, you got your hat back.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
That's amazing.
Did you think that was gonna happen?
The hat?
That I was gonna get the hat.
Absolutely not.
A heavy door with a missing.
Wait, what do you need to break down the door? What does it say?
A heavy door with a missing.
We haven't put anything in
Pain
threshold.
threshold. Oh, oops. Where's that?
Not looking good. It's only at 2. Do any of these impact your pain threshold in a bad way?
I can't forget anything though. No.
Yeah, okay. That's fine.
Oh,
Okay, I wonder if you really just have to do that to get in there.
Hello again, esteemed officer.
Oh my god. Maybe if I hadn't tried to break in, I could have just gotten in.
I don't know. I don't think there's a way to talk your way into it. Because she, like, threw away the key.
I should pay that guy real quick.
There's no way to get in there. Can you sure? I guess talking to the intercom or whatever didn't get
Can I
you in.
help you? Got the 20 real? Good. You got the room for the night, but...
Can you try talking to the intercom again? See if
Where
it,
is
like,
that?
like the voice next to the door to get in.
Oh. Yeah, maybe it's different now.
I mean, I don't know if it will be, but it's worth a shot.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the silence.
Oh wait, is there
No
one that's like
answers you.
her
Nothing
work?
happens. Up, silence.
Is there one that's her work?
Silence.
Yeah, Fortress
Looks like
Accident
someone
is.
has melted half the plastic off with a light. Silence.
Where's the one with the lady
No
in it?
one's. You ring the doorbell. What an ominous name for a hair salon. All you hear is you ring the. Try again.
Thank you for calling the 24-hour window company. This is an automated message.
That's only half true. The streets are me.
No.
12 name cards on the call box. Read. You wait for a minute. Looks like
Where's the
someone has
one?
melted hot. Silence. No one's. Silence. No one. Nothing happens after you ring the doorbell. This button.
Huh. This button.
You hear the same waiting. All you hear
Wait.
is static, but no one answers.
What does the empty
call.
card say?
This button looks new.
Oh.
Huh. This button looks new.
Oh, that's weird. I experienced something different when I did that. And
Really?
it's just different, and I don't know why it's different. Yeah. Like there was... Huh. Yeah, I don't know.
Behind the dock workers, a ceiling
Huh.
window. The Hawthorne branch.
That's interesting.
Wait, yeah.
Was it like
they didn't
really
even
different?
give... Yeah, it's like...
Well, I did the thing where it's like the creepy voice.
Oh,
and
yeah,
it's
you
the
did that?
recording. I did that, but
Okay.
that wasn't the empty.
But you can't go back to it again? You finished it? There's no
Yeah.
more creepy voice?
No.
Okay, okay.
Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah,
it
I
is?
was like... I don't remember exactly how I got in there. Another way.
Fuck.
What other ways are into the building?
I feel like. Wait, did you do this like signature thing?
What signature thing?
This.
Take the legal documents
don't remember
out of the
what
envelope.
this quest is.
A 12 to 40 month construction
I did
period
something
and
with
the
it, I think.
zoning
I don't
plan
remember what
in the addendum.
the deal was.
The youth
Oh.
center.
Oh, the youth center. I don't know.
Do you not remember that? I should get that guy his check, but I completely forgot about that.
Oh, and you have to have a depressing conversation.
But how do I? Oh, I have to do that over the phone, right?
Well, telling the woman.
I haven't seen
Oh, there's
her.
that. Okay, you haven't seen her. I thought you ran into her, which is why that piece of information was.
No, I saw her earlier, but I didn't see. I haven't seen her since.
Okay, yeah. Then I guess I'll need to call.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Oh wait, why does it want me to go that way? Oh my god, does it really want me to?
Huh.
Tequila Suns. Ah, tequila. I knew you'd come through. Let me see. What? This isn't my jacket. My jacket was beautiful. This is
Oh my
fucking
God.
filthy. What am I supposed to do with this?
It's not a dead body.
I'm not taking a disgusting pile of hobo rags.
Oh my god.
I may
Oh my
be in an
gosh.
irrecoverably decaying orbit, but I've still got standards. Either bring it back the way
Oh
it
my
was
God.
before, or find a dumpster to burn it in.
You know, despite the guano, it looks like the jacket itself is stain resistant. It may just
Wow,
need a
you
good
gotta
scrub.
use the laundry for him.
What's it about? Maybe you've heard. I used to be a very successful businessman. I've signed more than a few lease forms or whatever the fuck they were. Anyone's got a pen? The pro's gonna do it. All right. Hey, Abs.
Don't you? You call Abigail?
I need you to sign this document
Oh my
right
God.
here. It's important.
Don't call her.
Don't call Abigail.
Oh
Great job.
no.
Nailed it. Don't know if I've mentioned it, but I used to be a businessman.
Your
And as a
signatures are
businessman, I am going to
idiot
keep
doom
the
spiral and don't call
my
it.
No, that was my favorite thing of all the things you have. My favorite is the gun he lost.
Uh-oh.
What?
It just sucks that I lost that pen.
Yeah.
Hey, guys. We're heroes.
About fucking time, man. I've done my duty.
Don't call Abigail.
Thank you for your services, gentlemen. Should we go and mail these?
This also feels evil. Is there a way to
Not mail it?
Yeah.
Yeah, just don't mail it. I think, right?
Because I don't like that guy.
No, I don't think you have to do it. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like just don't mail it. Oh, you still didn't talk to Moral enough.
Who?
The cryptozoologist.
Oh, did I not?
I feel like you just talked his way.
Oh, I had to talk to him?
Yeah.
What's he gonna freaking do?
You can kind of tell him about the suspicious trap, I guess.
I remember you said that that this had like one of your favorite lines of dialogue. This like quest.
Or it's like no, like one of my favorite game moments, but I don't know like when it's gonna
like the
happen
gratitude of a good
in
woman.
this playthrough.
He tries to play it cool, remain professorial, but inside, this man is itching for some news on those traps.
Good. Okay. And completely empty?
No locusts? No phasmid either?
That's not ideal, but I definitely left that one stocked.
Right from the campsite? Just means the Insulindian phasmid is even more clever than we thought.
She's engaging in a well-known self-deception called motivated reasoning. You should correct them.
Of course, more clever.
You're dealing with a subject near and dear to their hearts.
Hmm.
It might behove you.
See how like they're starting to like really disagree with each other? You know?
Yeah.
Phantasmadeia.
I really like by the end I felt like it was just like lots of shouting voices and I was really actually more unsure about what to do at the end than I was at the beginning, which is funny.
Another trip to the Reeds.
Of course we have.
Wait, Morel. He may have a point. We have an obligation to rule out other hypotheses.
You're right, dear. It's a fair point. But what other explanation could there be? Pardon me. This is a big deal for us. You've helped us twice now. And brought some great news too. My gratitude and the gratitude of the Société Zoologique de Ravachol is yours.
Heartfelt gratitude. But does it feel like closure? What really happened? Some kind of foul play might be afoot. Theft?
Thank you, it's an honor. We should probably return to our main investigation here. This has been refreshing, but...
Helping cryptozoologists isn't really a priority for our organization, is it? The lieutenant looks out the window, impatiently. Consider the way the empty trap was disturbed.
Interfacing.
As though...
I like that. Did this happen for a lot of you? Because I feel like interfacing is really like taking the lead for a lot of my things.
I don't think interfacing spoke like once in my interview, to be honest. I think that was like, yeah, I think, no. I was definitely not.
The red-headed boy.
Kuno.
Wait, really?
A little hooligan. But what would a child want with bags?
Oh, my dear Morel. You've been an old man for too long. Kids love to torment insects almost as much as they love
It's been
to
too long
torment
since
old
we've talked to
folks.
Delinquents. My favorite.
Oh, you've been such a dear to us. Please, let us know whatever you turn up. I have a feeling we're getting so close.
Well, I see you've got all the help you need. I'll see you tonight at my place. Let's play Suzerainty. But no more field trips for me.
He hasn't been particularly forthcoming before.
I love how he loves
He
that
may well
game.
still be hiding something. After he's left, it's too late.
Really, Gary?
I feel
How
like
many
there
like
are-
fascists I played
somewhere
board games with my life? It's like
I'd
kind
love
of
to
a lot.
play
I was gonna say,
like
I feel
actually,
like
it's
a lot of there are a lot of kids that were like really into board games at NYU. I won't tell you how many of them that I thought were fascists.
I'm thinking my own family members here, so.
Oh yeah.
Elena, I'm sorry, but you're not getting anywhere.
I feel
Listen,
like-
kids. I know the little mutants around here. Leave anything out in the open and they'll steal it, even if it's bugs.
Board games are really like you're either really left or really right.
Morale,
That's so
it's
real.
been fun. But I need a bath, and I have deliveries to handle. When this tea is done, I gotta run.
Well, it depends on the board game too. If you're playing like Twilight Imperium,
No,
you know.
no need to apologize, Geary. You'd be more than helpful. We'll have to
That's
take
why
a rain
those are
check
the
on that
two
game of
games I
Sue's
think
Rangers
in
today,
this. The two board games that you can get
We're
in
gonna
this
follow this
game
route.
are the left wing board
and the
game
right
and the
wing,
right wing
yeah.
board
He
game.
keeps the language unemotional, but it's in there. disappointment.
No. No, of course not. Why? Well, he's been a little unenthusiastic about the trip. More so than usual. That's understandable. He just wants to get home and warm up.
He doesn't want to say it, but this is unusual. Gary's been to the jungle with him.
Maybe Gary just wants to get
places
home with his
way
armor.
more challenging than the coast. Why so eager to go home?
Gary's a little fucker. Alright. I think now is a good time for a break. I
agree.
This is one of the. I am like
Sustenance.
addicted. I'm like addicted to like. Oh, there's another thing. Like.
See what I mean? Where it was like the beginning was cool, and then the middle was a drag, and then the end you're like, whoa,
Is this
stuff
the
is
end?
happening.
Would you say?
This is not the end, but it's definitely like the last like the
Like-
later third of it. Although I feel like we haven't touched a lot of the like prime players in a while. Like I feel like we're doing these like weird like
Side
B
stuffs.
tier side
Yeah.
quests. You know?
So
But-
the game said it was 22 to 30 hours, and we're at 20 hours.
That seems pretty accurate to me. I don't think we're gonna get it in 22 hours.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Because then, I mean, I think
It
if
doesn't feel like
if you
it
ignored
honestly.
a bunch of stuff, I think, and if you were like, yeah, I'm just gonna do like Everett's thing, or like, you know, immediately and just like do what he. I almost feel like we're being slow because we just don't like him. You know, like because we just don't want to. But I kind of like trying to not do what he wants us to
I
do.
guess. Oh, one thing I should do. I should check the radio. I forget if there's like something.
Oh yeah, it was news about some. Oh, the
This
armor.
is precinct 57. How may I
Oh,
help you?
and the.
One moment.
Oh, in the
Can you
library.
please describe the body? Age, sex, cause of death?
We suspect he might have been inebriated when he fell. There were bottles all around him, and traces of vomit on his shirt.
Any signs of violence? No field autopsy necessary.
You can hear her quickly typing in the background.
What about his belongings? Did you examine his clothes? Any information on the library card? Good. You have a lead. Do you and Lieutenant Kitsuragi want to take the case, or should I assign it to someone else? I have assigned the case to Lieutenant Kitsuragi. Please follow up on this library lead to identify the man. We'll send someone to take the body to the morgue. That's all for now.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you for reporting in. I'm afraid they're closed.
Oh,
It says
tomorrow.
here that the library is
Oh,
open from
we
10
just
a.m. to
fucking
6
missed
p.m.
it.
We should try again during business hours.
Anything else, detective? Still no word, I'm afraid, sir. 57.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers.
And then I should probably just mail that letter.
I guess. I wonder if it'll like count where it when it has like in unhinged signatures like that. You know?
Yeah.
The dented yellow mailbox greets you with its graffito, bullet holes, and an RCM sticker. You drop the white envelope in the darkness. It lands with a soft thud.
I
of
feel
what
bad
sounds
about
like
this.
a couple of letters. About a week's worth of mail as collected in there. They'll empty this very soon. Probably did the right thing. You can't trust that slut Everard. You know he's going to play you somehow.
All right, let's go back to Everard. If we don't mention anything to him...
Oh,
we
so
won't
I
know
think
before it's
you
too
actually did a good thing because I think those were like very invalid signatures.
Oh, okay.
See, I think that they're. I feel like this text. I feel like is saying like, yeah, you.
There is a hollow, saddened ring as you kick the Levantourier mail collection box. It sounds betrayed, in disbelief even. Your toe has suffered. It hurts.
Ooh, you really showed that mail collection bug.
He does not actually think it's cool. If anything, the lieutenant feels sorry for the poor box. He's leaning in to inspect the layers of graffito that deface it.
You think it was cool?
I don't. Let's go.
He must see the box as the weaker of the two, and you as a bully.
Okay.
Okay, that feels good. Oh, and the autosave. Great.
Oh, did I get an autosave?
Yeah.
I'll just. Yeah.
Amazing.
I can't say. I'll do an official save. I'll do go to the main menu. I'll just leave it running. Let's try that. BRB. Thanks for watching so far. We'll be back soon. Oh, and then I should stop the timer.
20 hours.
Oh my god. What are you watching? Ha ha ha!